we need to talk. Hi everyone, my name is Isis. So in case you couldn't tell from my intro, I love Disney. I've always loved Disney, and any chance that I get to watch a Disney movie or visit the parks, I'm in. And from a young age, I've been watching this franchise. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Toy Story. So yesterday, June 21st, 2019, Toy Story 4 came out. This was the last film of the, well, no longer trilogy of the series, and I have some thoughts. Before I dive into all of my thoughts, this is a big fat spoiler warning. I'm going to be covering a lot of information, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will probably, not even probably, I'm going to say things that are spoilers. If you haven't seen this movie, please leave whatever you're doing right now, go watch it, come back and watch this video. Or if you don't care, just keep watching and I will inform you. First category that I want to talk about, characters. Number one, the biggest glow up of characters to probably ever happen in this franchise and ever will happen in this franchise, Bo Peep. From the beginning, Bo Peep was treated as the damsel, and that's just kind of how Andy would play her as when he was playing all of his childhood games, but that also kind of went to her character. She's always been a little dry. She's just treated as like, oh, she's the girl. She is Woody's love interest. That's all we really see from her. And sure, the beginning of Toy Story 4 takes place back in that time where she was kind of treated as the damsel and had more, I don't want to say girly, but just like those characteristics that a damsel would have. She immediately has more depth than she did back in the 90s, and I think that is so cool. But at the end, like not the end of the movie, but you know, like the majority of the movie where she has her broken arms and things, this is a completely different idea that the Toy Story people have ever faced with a lost toy, and a toy that isn't living for the sole purpose of being played with and is living just because they want to live and live life on their own, which is incredible. Also, her sheep, Billy, Goat, and Gruff, so cute. We also are introduced to a new character. The new toy in the toy box is Forky. Now Forky at first does not want to be a toy, like at all. All the scenes where Forky is like, oh yeah, I'm trash, bye guys, and is trying to jump into the trash can are hilarious, and the whole montage of Woody trying to, it's good. And I know this is just a me thing, but I'm always gonna be slightly grossed out that the bottom of Forky is made out of gum, or at least that's what it looks like. It's like, oh god, no. We're also introduced to Ducky, Bunny, Duke-a-Boom, and my favorite, Giggle McDimples. The moment that this chick showed up, I was so excited because she's a Polly Pocket. This isn't even really my generation. I got most of these at like yard sales and Goodwill when I was little. I love Polly Pockets. I had a lot of them. Here's one of my old little play sets. This little house, and then you open it up. Where is she? Look at her. Look at her. She's holding flowers or a piece of grass. That's cute. I'm just gonna sit her on the couch and close her up for another day. Probably when my children play with toys, because I won't be playing with this. Well, that's a scary thought. Anyways, I love the fact that there was Polly Pocket in this. I was so excited. You have no idea. Our last few new characters were Gabby, Gabby, and the dummies. The dummies were terrifying, but also I really liked them because they couldn't talk, and it was so fitting. But Gabby, I did not like her. She's not the worst. I get that you can't talk and stuff because your voice box is broken, but have you ever thought about accepting yourself the way you are? I really don't believe that you've been in that antique shop for however many years and your only goal is to talk. We're gonna get back to the voice box issue later, but I really did not like Gabby. She's bad, and then she's kind of good, and they're like, yeah, we like you, but I'm like, are you forgetting how horrible you were at the beginning? She's just annoying to me, and I love Woody too much, and when people are mean to Woody, I'm sorry. Speaking of my main man, Woody, man, what the heck? It's so sad. He just really cares about Forky because that's all he has left. I think it's really sweet, but it's so sad that Bonnie, and I understand you can't pick what toys a kid's gonna play with. It still broke my heart that, you know, he went from being the favorite toy to a toy that gets left in a closet. At the end, I understand why he had to go, because he just wasn't happy at the end. My last thing with characters is Buzz. I love Buzz Lightyear, I really do. I also really love his ride, his score. But in this film, he just kind of felt stupid to me. I like the inner voice thing, but how everyone's sleeping and then he decides to press the button, like, where did that come from? I don't know. He just felt weird to me in this one, but I still love you, Buzz. Moving on to the story. So yes, the story was fantastic. I think it was a good way to wrap up all of these films. With Toy Story 3, it felt like it already ended, and I was like, how is this going to continue? But we got an even better thing, because we found out Woody wasn't happy with Bonnie. Woody is better off on his own, and the toys are better off with Bonnie because there wasn't a connect. There wasn't that big of a connection, is what I'm saying. Without that film, we would have never realized Woody's true feelings and the new hope, which is Forky. This film is also a cycle because it sets it up as, oh, this is how we lost Bo Peep. It starts going back around, and then he does there's a slight moment where Woody's hands are in the exact same position. Bo Peep's on one side, Woody's down here, his hands are like this, and it's the exact same thing with the box at the beginning, but he could have gone with Bonnie, and then Buzz is like, she'll be fine without you. And so the toys leave, and they stay, and they're happy together. They'll probably never see each other again. And that is the moment when everyone starts crying in the theater, including myself. Now that I have covered my feelings on the characters and the storyline of the film, now we're getting into what I wanted, because I wanted more, but less. But more, but less. Here we go, let's talk about it. I wanted more of the other characters. I'm sorry, but when did I have a moment with the aliens? Oh, that's right. I didn't have one. I wish they were in it more. I understand why the Potato Heads weren't in it as much because of the unfortunate passing of Mr. Potato Head's voice actor, but I wanted them in it more. I wanted more Jessie even. I just felt like all of them being stuck in the van, I never really saw them. And I also wanted more Woody and Buzz interaction. They didn't really have many scenes together. When they left, it was like, oh yeah, we haven't really spent much time together, so bye. It's like, it was an easier goodbye. My biggest thing that I'm so mad at is I wanted Woody to get his voice box back. Gabby did not deserve it. She's the bad guy. Why did you let her win, Woody? Woody deserved it. Gabby should have accepted that I can't talk. You know, Ariel was able to find love without talking. You should be able to find an owner without talking. How did you get to that antique shop? Anyway, because someone's out of the box. Someone has been played with, and it's not just the audience. I don't know, that's just my theory, but it makes sense, right? Like, how did she get out of the box anyway? And there's so much she could have done to get played with regardless. My last thing, and I know this is just a me thing, but like, come on, they didn't kiss. I just wanted them to kiss so bad, and I understand that I'm older. This film is targeted towards children, but I really wanted it. It's the same thing, the same problem I have with Atlantis. Like, Atlantis ended with a measly handhold. I wanted a smooch. The thing is, Toy Story 1, the original, someone got smooched in that. So why don't we have a smooch in this? A smooch that we could see. I think the kids would just, they'd think it's ew, but it would have made me so happy to see it. They just love each other so much. Woody's leaving his past to be with her, and they could have been, but it wasn't in there. And that's why it's on this list of wishes for me. But hey, that's actually the end of the list and everything that I wanted to talk about. So now I want to know, do you agree with what I said? Do you think, oh, this movie was bad? Please don't. Please don't. I love Disney. That'll break my heart. But thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe for more videos because I'm on summer vacation and I'll be posting more often. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this, and also comment down below if you enjoyed my Disney movie reviews, because I could do a lot more because I get a lot of feelings while watching Disney films, and I feel like this could be something new. Do you like it? I want to know. But that is all for me. Have a magical day, and this is not in typical fashion, but I will end this video the same way that the amazing film series did. So, to infinity and beyond.
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me.